This is my review on Toy Story 2. It's 4:21 in the morning. I've been up all night. Basically got back from the drive at 2 something, 20 something. And I'm too excited to go to sleep. I might never go to sleep yet. I'm just kidding. So, the movie opens up with Woody and Andy playing with his toys. Along with the rest of the gang, Buzz and everyone else. Andy rips his toy and just when he wants to take him to summer camp. And Woody was stressing out over it, Andy taking him and Bo tells him to look under his boot. I know what's under my boot. This is my name, me and Andy. And who wrote? And she says, and who wrote that under your boot is very loves you. And he says sorry for stressing out to Bo. Is that he wants to spend quality time with him and Andy, so his room's now back to the cowboy design. He's wearing the cowboy hat again. Where he had the Space Buzz Lightyear design, and Buzz Lightyear became Andy's favorite toy in the first one. But now that idea got forgotten about, so now Woody's back to being Andy's favorite toy. And it was having all cowboy designs, like cowboy bat, back to me having a cowboy bat and a cowboy hat. So that guy got forgot about, so continuity problem. So anyway, Andy's mom puts him up with Peep, the penguin, and he finds that his squeak is so broken, and she lied to Andy and said that he was going to have his squeaker fixed months ago, just to make Andy feel bad. And she puts him in a yard sale. And Woody goes to rescue him from being sold. And the gang find out that he's been rescued. Then first we think that he's like selling him for 25 cents. But then you find out he hasn't snapped and decides to sell himself. He's rescuing a toy, which is pretty funny, and we're seeing it like also a lot. And anyway, so Woody gets kidnapped by this chubby wall guy who who Buzz tries to save him from, but he couldn't keep up with the cop. And Buzz tells to Sketchy to draw that to try to find like what the license plate is. And then he remembered Al's Toy Barn, and he figures out who that guy is. So he tells Sketchy to drive that man in a chicken suit, and finds the chicken man at Al's Toy Barn, where Buzz was sold. So the Chicken Man, we don't really, I don't see like they say his name, so I'm just gonna call him the Chicken Man. So the Chicken Man wants to have Woody on display with his Roundup gang, the old prospector, and Jesse, the cowgirl, and Bullseye. And Woody and his Roundup gang used to be a old TV show back in the day, but got canceled because kids starting to get more into spaceman people, and well, we know how that feels. So, and he said it himself. So, Woody first wants us to go home. Then he hears Jesse's sad story of how her owner grew out of her and just play a whistle one last time and then put her in a box for her to get sold. It's really sad. It's actually it's the most satisfying movie, yeah. It's also one of the more hot one. It's sad as it is beautiful. In a weird way. There's something really beautiful about the montage of her playing with the doll all the time, then getting too old and getting into makeup and stuff, then find her there under the bed, and she plays with one last time, and she sells Jesse, and that makes her, and it really breaks her heart. So, yeah, so Woody opens the gate that opens the event, opens up the event with help of his new friends, and he decides to stay because he knows that Alan one day is going to grow up and grow out of him. So he decides to stay and not deal with it, and just just not deal with it. So, yeah. Then when Buzz and his friends come to rescue him and bring him back to Andy, he finds out they will find out that he doesn't want to go back, and explains to Buzz and new Buzz, yeah, this is when this new Buzz thinks that he's a space ranger but has his Space Ranger belt, and so and he takes Bud's place, Woody's Bud's, and place among his friends, and saves Woody. And yeah, it's kind of confusing when you really think about it. But anyway, so Buzz proves to himself that he's Woody's Buzz and Andy's Buzz, which is also Andy's Buzz. Buzz Lightyear. So anyway, hang on, give me a drink. So Woody's friends leave him so he can stay with his new friends, and he nobody's want to stay because he might go back into storage, maybe forever. But he really was just using that as an excuse because he doesn't want to admit to himself that he's being selfish. And so they leave Woody to be with his new friends and to be on display for a bunch of kids to look by. And Buzz pointing out, listen, what are you trying to do, Woody? Sit behind a glass wall and never be held by a kid again? Some life. That's some life. What's something, huh? And he leaves and New Buzz doesn't think that Buzz is no longer the enemy working for Zurg, and basically came over with basically told that Woody was a prince and he's, I guess, is a bodyguard. I guess he told him that. It's been years and I've been trying to figure out what he told him. That's the best I can figure out. Anyway, so Woody, like, this doesn't get a second thought until the TV starts playing "You Got a Friend in Me," and it makes him sing of, and as Woody on the TV, the Woody puppet is singing "You Got a Friend in Me," and it's a really sad, the sweetest part, the most heartwarming scene in the movie. And actually, this is more sad than the montage of Jesse to me. It's sad and it's more heartwarming at the same time. He sees that this kid picks up and plays with Woody that was singing the song "You Got a Friend in Me," and it makes him sing a vanity, and he looks at his boot and rubs off the little paint job that this guy did work on and fixed his arm and covered the Andy marker. And he looks at his boot and says "Andy" as he rubs off the paint, and he realizes what the heck he's doing. That he says to Buzz, "I'm coming with you, guys. Wait, I'll be right back in just a second." So he tries to convince all his new friends to come on, Andy will love all of us. I know this. And it turns out Prospect has been the bad guy this whole entire time. This incredible control freak, and he's been into storage more than anyone else. And he finds out that Jesse didn't turn on the TV. He did the night he was trying to get his arm. And he later rips his arm again as during our climax of the film. It takes place at an airport, and he basically goes into storage because Chicken Man puts him into the storage box, and the Prospector tightens the gate of the air vent too tight for Woody to actually to loosen it up. go back to Annie's. It was him and his new friends. Well, Proctor's no longer his friend because he's been the enemy, this bad guy this entire time. So it's up to Woody and his friend to take down the prospects, and they do. But the Woody says, "Well, Mr. Sneevy, it's time you learn the meaning of playtime." And tells him, "Right over there, guys." And he puts a girl's backpack next to Barbie, and this little girl says, "Look, Barbie, a little old ugly man doll. Oh, he needs a makeover." And he says, "You'll like her. She's an artist." And he's like so scared and awkward. It's so funny. And anyway, so that's the rest of St. Peter and this franchise that you see of him. Unless they make him in another Toy Story installment, that you see him as a cameo. But that's what you see him in. See of him in this movie. So Woody and his friends go home after this like scene when they get on the airport, and because he was trying to just he got out of the box, and they're on a plane, and Woody loses his hat, and Buzz is wearing bullseyes and jokes, "What's a cowboy without his hat?" And Woody has this idea, this crazy idea. It's just, he like throws a string at this, well, Buzz is wearing bullseye. Woody comes with a plan that he throws a string attached to this, the top of some sort of bolt of the airplane wheel, and she tells Jesse to hang on, and she thinks that he's crazy. This is a crazy idea, and Woody says, "Just pretend it's the final episode of Woody's Roundup." But we never saw that episode. That got canceled before that happened. And he says, "Well, let's find out together if it works." So it does, and they go home with Sandy, and who go with Sandy and him and his new friends. And Andy says, "Thanks, Mom, for his new toys," and ends with him playing with his new toys. And that's my review on Toy Story 2. Thumbs up.